So we have a big problem with procrastination in our society. Like a lot of people procrastinate more than you would think. I would say majority of the population procrastinate. And I used to procrastinate all the time. Like if I had some schoolwork due, or if I needed to clean my room, or chores, or if it was something that I didn't really want to do, I would procrastinate. And I would distract myself from doing that thing, like with video games, weed, or porn, or whatever vice instant pleasure I could find. And I thought that procrastination was the result of me being addicted to like those instant pleasures. I thought, oh, I'm addicted to these instant pleasures, and that's why I procrastinate. I can't stop doing it. But that's not the case. I wasn't addicted to these instant pleasures. I mean, I was addicted to these instant pleasures, but that wasn't the reason I was procrastinating. I was procrastinating. I was escaping the feeling and my thoughts when I was thinking about doing something. So if I would think about doing dishes, thinking about doing it and feeling like it would be so unpleasant. It would be so unpleasant. So let's say, okay, I needed to do the dishes. My brain instantly would be like, oh, that is really, it's gonna take a long time. So do you really want to spend an hour washing dishes? I mean, yeah, washing dishes does not take an hour, but your brain will try to say it will take an hour and tell you, hey, this is gonna take too long. You're too tired to do dishes, or whatever. And this feeling, you feel this like unpleasant feeling. The best way I could compare it to is like, imagine if you and your friends are about to go and jump into a river, or like imagine if you're about to jump into a volcano, and you get this like intense resistance, and you want, even if you consciously want to jump in the volcano, your body and your that resistance won't let you. That fight or flight, that survival instincts, it won't let you jump into that volcano unless you just have extreme discipline and willpower, and you could just force yourself to jump into a volcano, which I couldn't. So it's like this intense resistance where it's like a feeling that's like repelling you like away from what you want to do, right? So if you want to do the dishes, you get like this intense resistance. You get thoughts convincing you not to do it. You get a uncomfortable feeling, emotions. You get uncomfortable emotions, and this overall feeling that you get just by thinking about doing the dishes. You're not even doing the dishes. You're just thinking about it, and that feeling that you get just from thinking about it is so unpleasant that you need to escape it. And that's why procrastination happens, is when you get this unpleasant feeling, you're like, oh, either I can get out of this unpleasant feeling by doing the dishes, or I could go do an instant pleasure and escape this unpleasant feeling. So procrastination, in order to stop procrastination, you have to take this unpleasant feeling, and instead of distracting yourself from this unpleasant feeling through instant pleasure, distract yourself from this instant feeling by taking action on that thing that you wanted to do. Because once you take action, you start doing that thing, you will realize, oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was, and you get into like a flow state, and you can focus on doing that thing, and you get it done, and then you feel accomplished and you feel satisfied, you feel better about yourself, and now you don't put yourself down for procrastinating. Because the biggest problem, a lot of people that procrastinate, they put themselves down. They hurt themselves. Not like a physical way, but emotionally. They make themselves feel bad for procrastinating. Oh, I shouldn't have procrastinated, and they just what is the word? Feeling bad for yourself. Self-pity. I think that's the word. They just give themselves a whole bunch of self-pity, and they just feel bad for procrastinating. And instead of feeling bad for yourself, you need to really understand why you procrastinate. And this is what this video is trying to explain, and trying to make more people aware of, their habits and their behavior. But so yeah, you procrastinate because you want to escape the unpleasant feeling of just thinking about doing something. So if you think about doing dishes, or if you think about jumping into a volcano, or if you think about just doing schoolwork, or like if you want to study it, you get like this uncomfortable resistance feeling, and it, like I said, it's so unpleasant that you get an instant, you seek an instant pleasure to escape that, and that's what procrastination is. Yeah, so in order to stop procrastination, you need to change the way you think. So instead of reacting every time you get this feeling that triggers you, instead of taking the action for an instant pleasure, you take the action on the thing that you wanted to do. and then that instant feeling will go away. But you might say though, like, it's not that easy to just, you know, take action and just do that thing. And it's not easy when you first start doing it, but you need to start somewhere. And once you start doing it, and you keep doing it, and you keep persisting, your brain will rewire itself. So instead of going to instant pleasure, as soon as you get this uncomfortable feeling, you will go to take action. And it takes that first step, that first choice. And yeah, in order to rewire your brain, you have to start doing this. And if you don't start, then you're not going to get out of this habit of procrastinating. So just start small. Just try to recognize everything that you procrastinate on, and try to think of like the smallest thing that you procrastinate on. And what I would do is, okay, I'm gonna use the dishes example again. So imagine like you need to do dishes. Just start, like, say, okay, I'm gonna just wash one dish. When you say I'm gonna just wash one dish, you have less resistance to wash that less dish. You're like, oh, it's just one dish. I can easily knock that out. It's not gonna take much time. So your brain isn't really gonna try to convince you out of it. But then as soon as you start, you will finish the rest of the dishes, and then now you just completely prevented that intense resistance. So, and by starting like that is how you quit procrastination. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. This video is kind of all over the place. I literally just winged it, and I just started filming. I should record it, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I'll see you on the next one.